What is going on YouTube? Hitterback making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at XRP, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. We're also going to be looking at Bityard as well as the current coin market cap. So in today's video specifically, I want to continue on discussing how we may have 1 or 2 days left in the consolidation correction period that XRP and a lot of the other altcoins are going through. As you guys remember the past couple of videos, hopefully you've watched those. If not, just check out my channel. We've been discussing some very interesting consolidation that has been happening. We pointed out that there are some very interesting patterns forming as well. Just a quick recap, you can see on XRP that we've pretty much been consolidating for almost 2 weeks now of just sideways movement, and usually this ends up pointing out a big break in price. Now you can see it is forming on a lot of the other altcoins like Bitcoin. We're also seeing it on Litecoin. Ethereum's not doing it so much, but I do want to talk about that as well. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help out the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the market or anything like that, you can DM me over there. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. Alright guys, so huge shout out to everybody subscribing to the channel. We're almost at 18K. We just broke 17.5K subs on our way to 20,000, which I'll probably do a giveaway, if not sooner, but definitely at 20,000 subscribers, so that's pretty awesome. But yesterday we discussed, again, 2 days left before Moonblast, what it is that I'm talking about. What is it that I'm talking about? I was reading a lot of you guys' comments, and you guys are like, oh, I've been talking about this big break, yada, 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 but I don't believe a lot of you guys are actually watching the video. You're just commenting straight on the thumbnail. But if you actually watch the video and go in depth with what it is that I'm referring to, I'm talking about that there is sideways consolidation forming in a box pattern formation that always tends to end in a big volume spike. So hopefully you have a general understanding of that and know it's not off of a big break happening right this second. It's when that break comes, we can actually capitalize off either the market by buying in long, leverage trading it up, or shorting the market and capitalizing off the dip and correction in price. So as you guys can see, top 10 cryptos pretty much is just, again, just consolidating. We're really not seeing any movement. Obviously, Binance, once again, is spiking up. I think yesterday was up like 16%, which is incredible. But most of the market right now is just moving sideways. We're not seeing really any big movement or anything to capitalize on. It's just this sideways consolidation. Now, obviously, if you're a big trader, you're an expert trader, you guys can obviously make money off of trading within the 1 hour or even smaller than that. Basically, coins like this bounce off of support and resistances. So if I just scale it out, as you guys can see, and I zoom out, you can see for the most part, the price of the coin is trading in between this bottom support and this top resistance. So obviously when you guys see us retesting resistance here and the candle closes below it, we know that there's a very high chance of a correction to the downside. Vice versa, once it hits the bottom, usually we tend to move upwards. So on short-term trading, it is something you could capitalize off of, but this is definitely a much higher risk trading analysis. Obviously, same thing applied here. We hit the bottom here, and now we're starting to come, correct all the way up. And if we see on the hourly chart, we close below this resistance here, we know we're going to, start to stem back downwards. Now, how do we capitalize off the movement? What is it that we're actually expecting and anticipating? So when looking at the daily chart on XRP, you can see a few things are actually happening. So since I would say all the way back in September 5th, it's now the 14th. So it's been quite a while, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days now. We've seen some sort of consolidation where support does hold at a solid 23 cents. And every time we wicked below it, we end up closing the daily candle above that support. So clearly the bulls are in here. And vice versa, the bears are pushing down on the market, not letting us break above 24 cents. So you can see the wicks form above here, but we end up closing yesterday's candle right below this resistance again. So as you can see, we're pretty much just bouncing, pinballing in between this channel right here, waiting for the correction to happen, waiting for a daily candle to close either above or below this support or resistance. Scaling ourselves back outwards to the weekly, you can see that we are actually moving at a very interesting pattern here. Now, I'm not too sure as to why the moving average did not form. Let's make sure we're on the right trading platform, Bitfinex. Boom, here we are. Cool. So you can see what it is that I'm referring to. We actually managed, just a couple of weeks ago, we broke out of a extremely bearish descending triangle, shot all the way up to the moving average, and now we're consolidating back down at 50 on the RSI, which is great. But you can see right now we're in kind of this trading pattern, which either we're going to break back bullish and shoot up to 30 cents, or we're going to consolidate back down to 18 cents. So it's merely just a waiting game. Scaling out, you can see once again, I guess I had a different chart pulled up right here, but I'll draw the resistances and supports once again so you guys can see. Around there, that's what we're looking at. So it's merely just this consolidating price that's, holding on to 24 cents, 23 cents, and not allowing us to break above 24 cents right here. So we're trading in between here. What we're ultimately waiting for is a candle to close either above this top resistance or below this bottom support here. Now, as you guys know, I have been using Bityard multiple times on the channel to trade XRP, as I do believe this is one of the best or better exchanges for leverage trading and shorting XRP. Now, I do have other exchanges that we use to trade Bitcoin, but XRP specifically, because I know we have a lot of diehard XRP traders, this is the exchange to sign up for. Now, there is a link in the description down below. They do offer a pretty nice sign up bonus, I think up to $70 in XRP or whatever it is. So definitely make sure to check the link down below. But the fact that we now have an opportunity to short and leverage trade XRP opens huge doors, and hopefully you guys are taking advantage of that. Now, with the link in the description, you can sign up, and obviously now you can actually trade XRP here. So you can see that after a major descending, formation, a major bearish correction, we're pretty much just consolidating now on this bottom support. We're trading inside a channel here. So it's very clear as to when we're buying in, when we're selling short. Obviously, if we can close the daily candle above this resistance, let me make this line just a little bit thicker here. Boom. So if we can break above this resistance and close a candle above here, and we close, let's say right here, we know that we're set on a bullish correction, and then we can buy in long and capitalize off the run to the upside. Vice versa, if we see the candle slowly come down to here and then close on the daily below this bottom support, we know we're ready to short, and it is extremely easy to take advantage of that. Obviously, we have up to, 500 times leverage trade, which is definitely something I would kind of steer away from unless you're a really advanced trader, because that is extremely high risk. But to just trade on the market right now, buying in, you can easily leverage trade by 10 times, or sorry, that's the quantity. We can leverage trade up to 50 times right here. I would stay more in between 10 and 20, but it's totally up to you as to what you want to do. This is the amount you want to trade on, so you can either do 500, whatever you want. You can double it, 1,000, 15, 2,000, vice versa. With leverage trading it, you can, increase your margin. So really, you don't have to deposit that much. Depositing $100 into the account, you could leverage trade it 10 times. That gives you 1,000 buying power. So that's pretty cool. 50 times is a lot more than that. So what it is that we're waiting for is a confirmation right now. So looking at XRP right here, we're waiting for a confirmation. We're trading for quite some time in between here. That means that volume is building on this box pattern formation. In regards to the box that we're seeing, it's something like this. Boom. This is the box that we're referring to. Obviously, I'm a terrible drawer on here, but that box pattern, we're waiting for some sort of inconsistency in the trade. So we're either waiting for the price to close above resistance, and then we know that there's a very high chance that the bulls have won and will shoot up in price, or we'll know that if the bears are winning and we close above support at 23, we know to short the market. So you don't really have to do anything in anticipation for that. Yes, you could create a limit order to buy in when that happens, or if you want, every so often check in on the market, and you'll know that when we do break below or above one of these resistance or supports, that's when you'll get the opportunity to buy in. So at the moment, it is merely just a waiting game as to which area and direction the coin wants to close in. Once it does, I am almost certain that we'll have enough volume to buy in after we get a confirmation of the break. So definitely make sure to take advantage of that. It is almost dumb to not set up an account and get prepared for the breakout to come, because it will come, and it will come very fast and very quick, and there will be a ton of money to make almost instantly. Obviously, you can sign up for my Patreon in the description down below if you are interested in following my trades and getting those updates there. or just signing up for Bityard and preparing yourselves, depositing money into the account to better yourselves and ready yourself for the movements in advance, to make it literally just as simple as creating a market order and completing it that you can trade in on, instead of sending money into the account, waiting for it to process, and then creating the trade. You'll end up missing out on the run. So definitely make sure to take advantage of that. Otherwise, in regards to the other cryptos, we're starting to see this bearish reversal forming on Litecoin, which is definitely an interesting sign. The fact that we're seeing a bearish cross on the moving average gives me some interesting thought process that we may actually be starting to form a more bearish market right now, which could influence the rest of the cryptos to, collapse downwards too. Now, what's interesting is Bitcoin, on the other hand, is actually seeing a bullish cross on the MACD, which is obviously stronger than Litecoin, and we're actually breaking above this resistance. So this within itself is a huge opportunity. If Bitcoin can close today's candle above this resistance, I am almost certain that the price of this coin is going to move upwards. So you can either buy long on Bitcoin using Bityard, or if this influence actually happens, you can actually capitalize off the XRP market, because usually when Bitcoin decides to run, it pulls the rest of the cryptocurrencies with it. As for Ethereum, I'd steer clear of that. The trading fees are incredibly high. It's not worth it. But as we can see, Bitcoin and XRP are definitely some of the bigger altcoins that I'd be trading around with right now. So definitely make sure to sign up in the link down below. Definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as this does help support the channel and the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.